raise your prices without losing any clients. A lot of you newer entrepreneurs who want to get past your first $10,000 or $20,000 months, you're not charging enough. And now most of you might be thinking, oh, I'm still new to this, I shouldn't be charging a lot. But this is in fact going to really cripple your business. For most of you who want to keep growing your business, you have to have more margin in your price for you to actually scale, for you to be able to spend more on softwares or teams or mentors or advertisement, whatever it is. So the first thing that we realize is that most people are simply undercharging. And one really interesting method to try out to see if you are undercharging is for the next couple clients that you sign up, try to bump your prices by 10%. For 90% of you, you're going to realize that your close rate is exactly the same, but you have an extra 10% of profit. And so I'll often get entrepreneurs to bump their price by 10%, close a couple deals, bump it again by 10%, close a couple deals again, and basically keep on increasing it until they notice that their close rate is coming down drastically. So let's say you're closing at 30 to 40% of your clients and you bump it a couple times and all of a sudden it drops down to you're only closing 15% of your sales calls. Go back to where you still were doing 30 to 40%, but for most people, you could probably have a 10 to 30% increase in your prices right off the bat if you just simply were confident in it. So this comes down to some internal confidence in the proposition that you have for your clients. So that's the first thing I want you to try out, is simply actually going ahead and charging more for what you're already delivering. This is going to be a big piece of it. The second thing that I actually like to look at is how do you showcase more proof of what you have works? Because people are more likely to spend more money if they have more certainty that what they're buying is going to work for them. And so the higher likelihood of success that they think they're going to have in your program, the more they're willing to pay for a better service than your competitors. So this is where you need to come down to where, in my opinion, you should be posting 2 times at least per week social proof or testimonials. And if you have enough, moving to actually 3 to 4 times a week of posting about proof. And this is going to allow your ideal clients to actually want your services more, because when they see the likelihood of their success going up, they will be willing to spend an extra couple hundred or even a couple $1,000 versus your competition, because they think that it's going to be worth it. It's going to be valuable enough. So that's the second thing that I would do. The third thing is just understanding that you actually should be probably raising your prices once or twice a year just because of inflation. With how the world is going, you need to make sure that you're keeping up with inflation. I know so many coaches who haven't actually raised their prices in years, and their competitors have, and now they are making way less profit and they're falling behind their competitors. So you want to make sure that you're keeping up with inflation. The last thing that you can do to raise your price and actually keep all the clients is to have a unique selling proposition. So this is coming up with your unique mechanical, basically think about a method. Think about, I have my specific method that helps these types of people. When you get specific about who you work with and you have this specific method just for these types of people, you become more valuable. It's the same thing when you think about a doctor. Family doctor versus a specialist, who gets paid more? The specialist gets paid more because they specialize in certain types of diseases. If you as an entrepreneur have a specific method for specific types of clientele, you can charge more for the same services. And so having that specific method, it could be that this is your health protocol, or this is your basically method for getting into the right type of relationship, or here at CCI we have our loop method, which allows people to scale past the 10 to 20K months. Have something that's specifically yours and people will actually view you as more valuable. So do these 4 different things, and this will allow you to not only raise your prices and have higher profit, but oftentimes you start to work with a better clientele because they value your services, they have more skin in the game, and they're showing up and implementing what you're teaching them, and you get better results for them. So try out these 4 different strategies. Comment down below if you got any questions, and folks, we'll see you in the next video.